Hello and welcome everyone. Today I am going to talk to you about worst abstracts. So abstract is one of the very important part of writing when it comes to your research paper, your research proposal, your assignments, or even your thesis. How to write a proper abstract and what are the steps involved in writing a effective and powerful abstract is what I'm going to cover in today's session. There are three things in today's session. One is the first one is to I'll give you an example of what a poor abstract looks like, and we will do some prompting on ChatGPT to understand how we can improve that abstract. Then I will show you an abstract writing template. So if you follow this template, you will have very good abstract for any of your documents that you are writing. And then I will talk about how to prompt, how to analyze an abstract using ChatGPT prompts. So this is useful when you are doing your research. So you can put in an abstract and use these prompts to understand the main context of the abstract. Okay, so let's get started. I have created this poor abstract. I have generated this using ChatGPT, and we will try this prompt, which is, can you tell me why this abstract is ineffective? So we will understand why this abstract is ineffective, and can you then rewrite this abstract to make it more effective? So these are the two prompts that we are going to try. So we'll go to ChatGPT now, and I'll copy this abstract. And I'm going to ask this prompt. Can you tell me why this abstract is ineffective? Okay, so this is the prompt and that's the abstract above. Let's see what we get as a response. So it is telling us that the abstract you provided has several elements that make it less effective. So let's see what. Lack of specific details. The abstract mentions the use of various amounts of artificial sunlight, but fails to specify the range or conditions of sunlight exposure. Details about the experimental setup, like intensity, duration of sunlight, are crucial for understanding the scope of the study. So this is not mentioned. So this abstract, I have not read this abstract, but you can read it later. You have access to this document, the Google Doc. If you do not have, just fill up there's a link in the description of the video from where you can get this. All right, what is the next thing that is missing? No quantitative results. It does not provide any quantitative results or specific findings. Effective abstracts often include key data and results to give a clear snapshot of the outcomes and the significance of the research. So this has to be there, which is missing. Let's see what the next thing. Vagueness. The statement, several interesting patterns, is very vague. What exactly are those patterns? Are they statistically significant? Without specific information, these patterns do not convey meaningful insights. So your statement in the abstract has to be very clear. It should not be vague. Next, the abstract does not specify what aspects of growth were measured. Were the researchers looking at height, biomass, fruit yield, or something else? Specific metrics are important to define the research focus. So if this information is provided in the abstract, it will be very clear for the reviewer, for the readers to understand. Yeah. Next is objective and purpose. The purpose of the study is not clearly articulated beyond investigating a relationship. A stronger abstract would clearly state the hypothesis or the primary research question. So if you have that, you have to mention that in your abstract very, very clearly. Next is, it fails to establish the broader implications or potential applications of the findings in a concrete way, which could make this study seem less relevant or impactful. There is no mention of methodology, which is not acceptable in an abstract. Lack of context. The abstract could also provide a brief background that contextualizes the research within the existing literature. This can help establish the study is important and what novel contribution it is making to the field. Future research is also not mentioned or suggested in this. And language used is quite passive and might not engage the reader or highlight the importance of research effectively. Active voice and compelling descriptions can make an abstract more dynamic and interesting. So remember that whenever you're writing, active voice is what you should prefer when writing, not passive. And one way to identify passive voice is the use of word off. So if you see in your sentence, if you're using off, that sentence is typically maybe written in a passive tone or passive voice. And if you convert that to an active tone or active voice, the sentence length will also reduce. So keep that in mind. Okay, now let's run this second prompt, which was, can you rewrite this abstract and make it effective? Okay, so let's go to ChatGPT again and run this prompt. So this study explores the impact of varying degrees of artificial sunlight on the growth rates of tomato plants. So see, there is one clarification or relevant information here, which is tomato. Quantifying how different exposure levels affect plants' development over a 3-month period. So again, more specific information is there in the abstract. Using a controlled experiment setup, we exposed 5 groups of tomato plants. So again, some more specificity to incremental increase in artificial sunlight. So they are kind of explaining their experiment, ranging from low to high intensity. Growth metrics such as height, leaf size, fruit yield were recorded weekly. Again, more specific information. Our results indicate a significant positive correlation between sunlight exposure and both plant height and fruit yield. So this is the finding of their experiment, with optimal growth as observed at medium intensity levels. These findings suggest that moderate sunlight may maximize growth, provide valuable insight for optimizing agricultural practices in controlled environment. Further research is needed. So this is about future, to explore the underlying mechanisms of this relationship and to confirm these preliminary findings in varied agricultural settings. Okay, so it is giving some future research that could be conducted in this context. Okay, so when you compare, I will copy this and we'll go here. So you can see, first of all, the length. This is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. And this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there is substantial more content that has been added here. And you can then later compare this versus this to see how a poorly written abstract versus a nicely written abstract makes a difference. Okay, let's go to the second part of the session, which is abstract writing template. So what I've done here is I've looked at what if I were to give you a template for writing an abstract, what should this have? Okay, so an abstract should start introduction and background, so 1 or 2 sentences. The purpose is to introduce the reader to the central theme or problem addressed in the study. Yeah, for example, this is like a template that you can use for writing, addressing the critical challenges of whatever your issue that your research is looking at. This research explores the potential of whatever solution or approach that you are going to develop in the context or setting. Yeah, so these are the 3 fill in the blanks that you can use when writing the introduction or the background section. Let's now move to the next part of the abstract template, which is the objectives or research questions. So here you have to clearly state what the research aims to achieve or the question it seeks to answer. Yeah, so you can say something like this: this study aims to assess the effectiveness of whatever you're doing, right, in achieving a specific goal, focusing on a key aspect. Yeah. So that is the one sentence for your objective. Method: summarize the approach, methodology, or the framework used in the research. So here, utilizing a methodology type. So it could be qualitative interviews, for example, including specific methods or tools. So it could be a qualitative methodology, and this is interviews. Data was collected and analyzed in this way. So you can also either mention the technique used for data analysis, could be thematic analysis, or could be in a specific setting where this experiment was done or the research was conducted, or on a specific sample of the user base. Next is results. Highlight the main findings of the results of your research. Example is findings reveal that. You can mention your results. What are the key results that you have found? Significantly impacting what? Mention the implications these results have on the field or practical applications. Further analysis indicated that. If you have some more findings to report, you can use this as a approach to add some additional findings. Okay, so that becomes your results part of the abstract. Let's go to the conclusion and implication. So the purpose here is to discuss the broader implications of the findings and suggest possible future research directions. Yeah. So what do we have here? The results underscore the importance of. Mention the broader relevance of your results, suggesting potential applications in this. What are the practical or theoretical implications? You can mention that. And further research could explore some other research directions. Okay, so if you follow this, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. 15 things that you have to fill up so that you can get your abstract written very thoroughly and properly. Okay, so let's take this as a template, and what I will ask now to ChatGPT, we'll go to ChatGPT here, and I'll put this and then say, can you follow this template to revise the abstract given above? Okay, so here now you can see one line on the introduction, couple of lines on the research question, 3 lines or 4 lines on method, results, and implications. So if you follow writing the abstract this way, you will get a very structured and proper abstract which will cover all the aspects that we are expecting when we are reviewing the abstract. Okay, so that was the second part of the session. The third part, what I want to do is to show you when you have an abstract, right, and if you want to analyze that abstract, what is it that you can use. So there are these various different prompts that I have generated for you all. You can try all these prompts. So let's say we copy all these prompts here. We go back to, sorry, I didn't show you these prompts. I've shared the screen now. So the prompts to analyze an abstract. So general understanding about the abstract, you can ask these 3 types of prompts. What is the main topic? What are the research questions? Can you summarize the key message? That could be one. Why is this research important? What gap in the existing literature does it seek to fill? What is the theoretical framework or background used to justify the context? used in this research. What methods or approaches are used? How were the data collected and analyzed? Does the abstract specify any particular model or framework? So for every specific aspect of the abstract, we can probe and ask these questions to get you some useful insights from the abstract. And similarly, you could probably use even the same thing for other sections of the paper as well. But today we will try it for abstract, and the next time we will do it for some other sections of the paper. Okay, so let me just copy this whole thing, and we'll go to ChatGPT now. And I had a prompt which was, okay, I think I don't have, I'll write it now. For the above abstract, can you apply the following prompts and give me the results? So I've set this as the prompt. So I'll copy this prompt here. All right, let's go check the results. Okay, so what it has done now, it has taken all the prompts that we have given. What is the main topic or problem addressed in this research? It says the research focuses on determining optimal artificial sunlight intensity for promoting growth. What is the research question? So that is given here. Can you summarize the key message? That is here. Why is this research important? What gap is it filling? The study addresses the need to precise environmental controls in agriculture to optimize plant growth, a topic that has not been extensively mapped out in the current literature, especially under controlled artificial conditions. So even for doing some form of critical analysis, this is very powerful way to analyze. What is the theoretical framework? The research is based on theoretical understandings that environmental factors such as light intensity influence plant growth. It explores this within the framework of controlled environmental agriculture. So this was not there in the abstract. So I guess ChatGPT has inferred based upon their knowledge base. And so on. So you can go all the way till all the other questions are completed. I will finish this whole prompt. Okay, so that's it. It has finished here. So you can check out all these prompts and all the responses. So what is the benefit of having this is, I can also do this. Can you tabulate these? Yeah, so this tabular format will be even better for you to visually read whatever has been given in the prompts before. So I'll copy this as well as a prompt that you can try. I'll write prompt here. Okay, so you have this very thorough analysis of an abstract. So you can imagine how much information you can infer just from the abstract, right? And it's still going on. Yeah. So what I want you to take away from today's session is, what you should take away from today's session is that writing a very powerful abstract is very important, because that is the first thing that anyone reads. So even when you're submitting your journal paper for review, the editor is going to read the abstract of your paper and then decide whether or not your paper should be sent for review or not. So the abstract has to be very very informative. Whatever you want to convey from your research has to be present in the abstract. And by following this template that I have given you with all these headings and what all you need to write, how many sentences you should write, and these examples that I showed you, what is a poor abstract and what is a good abstract, follow that to design your abstract very nicely, very thoroughly, very detailed. So it serves two purposes. One, it shows the reviewer or the reader that this is an interesting piece of work because there is so much information in the abstract itself. Imagine how much more I can learn when I read the complete paper. Yeah, and so that is very important. Secondly, it shows that you are very structured in the reporting of all your findings. So this is both helpful for the editor when assigning reviewers for your work, and also to readers who will read your paper after your paper is published. So the way I have shown you today how to analyze an abstract and how to form a template for how to follow a template to generate a good quality abstract, you can follow it for other sections of your paper or of your thesis as well. So I will do that in the upcoming videos as well, where I will take the similar concept and apply it to let's say introduction or methodology section, and we can go into more detail about that. So but this is a strategy that you can try on your own as well. You can explore new prompts that you can try. And what I have observed is the more you start prompting and using you become more creative into how to get the kind of information that you need from the AI. Yeah, so your starting point could be the prompts that I have given you. So you try those prompts, you will get good results. I'm quite confident with that. But you can also add your own prompts and what you think has worked for you, and do share these prompts with others so that even I can learn from you and others can also learn from you. All right, so that is all in today's session on on writing a very strong, thorough, and powerful abstract. All right, thank you very much, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye.